People been asking me how I feel about reissues. So I wanted to tell you what I think. Reissues, I gotta be honest with you, I don't like them. I know there's a difference between a reissue or a repress. For me, I want the record that was in the store when it came out. That's just the one that I want. That's the authentic one that has the history. When that came out, it was in the store. If I didn't get it, somebody picked it up. They took it home. They took care of it. A reissue, I'm gonna consider that as something that came out. Maybe the record company went under. Somebody sold it. They decided, hey, let's make some more money on this. Let's just press up some more copies of this. I mean, it's not the same as the original. You know, I talked about this before. We live in this world of facsimiles and replicas of everything. You gotta take a stand on some things, and this is one of them. Okay, fair enough. If you weren't alive during the golden era of hip hop, I get that. The cost of admission is eBay, Discogs. There's tons of sites out there. Go out, get the record. If you're really interested in it, then get the original one. For example, this copy here. Lord Finesse and DJ Mike Smooth, Funky Technician. This is a good album. You're probably not going to see this on YouTube. I don't see this record a lot on YouTube, so I'll just leave it at that. So when this record first came out, it was issued on Wild Pitch. According to here, it says 1990. Now, I know from experience that when this record first came out, the original record for this has the address for Wild Pitch Records as some street address. I'm gonna consider this as a repress. This came out, maybe it was more popular than when they thought it was, and they said, hey, you know, maybe within the next year or so, they said, hey, we need to make some more copies. So you'll see on this record, for example, what I'm gonna consider a repress is they pressed it again. The way I can tell this is a repress is because the address here for Wild Pitch has changed from the street address to a P.O. box in Grand Central Station. There's other ways that you can determine the authenticity of the record, but this is an example of something that I consider a repress. Same thing with this Gangstar copy up here, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Both on Wild Pitch, same thing. Came out, you know, I remember when Manifest came out, the video. Yeah, it got popular. They probably didn't think it was going to take off, so they had to make some more. You know, a reissue, I'm going to consider something maybe, 10 years after that. If somebody bought the rights and said, I'm going to print some more copies. From a collector, I also don't like that because the value of something depends on the rarity. There are only a limited number of copies of this thing, so once they do that, I think, and they do another run of these things, it's going to diminish the value of the original copy. So the company is making some money real quick at the expense of people who bought the record when it first came out. Now I get that. You gotta, you're in business, you gotta do that. But I think for me and my collection, I want the original record that came out, that was in the store when it first came out. I'm gonna get that one. I don't like represses. I want the OG copy. That's the one that I want. If I can't get that, I'll just wait until I get it. But everything is available for a reasonable cost. These two records here, I got these hanging around. I'm trying to sell these also. So if you're interested in these, let me know. I'll give them to you for a fair price. That's what I think. That's my take on reissues versus represses. Thank you.